I'm Richard Clarke. I record these talks every day as a way to deepen my inquiry. Listen each day and deepen your own practice. Welcome. I'm reviewing and commenting on the book Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. Today is from Talk 462, Part 2. Questioner. Surrender is said to be bhakti, but Sri Bhagavan is known to favor inquiry for the self. There is thus confusion in the hearer. Maharshi, surrender can take effect only when done with full knowledge. Such knowledge comes after inquiry. It ends in surrender. Questioner, the knowledge of the Supreme Being is after transcending the individual self. This is Jnana. Where is the need for surrender? Maharshi, quite so. There is no difference between Jnana and surrender. Smile. Questioner, how is the questioner satisfied then? The only alternative left is association with the wise or devotion to God, satsanga or Isvara Bhakti. Maharshi smiled and said yes. In this dialogue, the questioner is grappling with the perceived conflict between surrender, bhakti, and self-inquiry, jnana, in the teaching of Sri Ramana Maharshi. The questioner points out that while surrender is often linked with devotion, Ramana Maharshi emphasizes self-inquiry is the path to realizing the self. This leads to confusion between the two paths. The Maharshi addresses this by explaining that true surrender is not just an act of devotion, it must be accompanied by knowledge, self-knowledge. This knowledge is what self-inquiry leads to. Essentially, when you inquire deeply into the nature of the self, you transcend the ego and realize your true nature. At this point, surrender naturally occurs because the illusion of individuality dissolves. The surrender is not a separate act, but the culmination of self-inquiry, where the individual self merges into the true self, which is pure consciousness, and no ego remains to surrender. The questioner then asks if there is need for surrender when knowledge of the Supreme Being, or jnana, is already attained through transcending the individual self. Ramana agrees that there's no difference between jnana and surrender. Jnana, self-knowledge, leads to surrender, and surrender is the natural result of true knowledge. When the questioner persists, wondering how someone can be satisfied if there's confusion between these paths, so then the only alternatives are association with the wise, satsang, or devotion. Ramana responds with a smile, acknowledging that satsang or bhakti both support your spiritual journey. Satsang or bhakti help to clarify any doubts and deepen your knowledge. Ramana Maharshi is pointing out that there is no real conflict between self-inquiry and surrender. They are intrinsically connected, and one naturally leads to the other when practiced with sincerity and depth. The paths of devotion and association with the wise are also important to navigate doubts or confusion in the spiritual path. The dialogue emphasizes that whether you follow the path of self-inquiry or surrender, both ultimately lead to the realization of the self, where all distinctions disappear. There are different paths, but only one destination. So know yourself and be always free and at peace. In 40 verses on reality, Ramana Maharshi explains the nature of the self, the ultimate reality, and self-inquiry. My new book, with my comments and inquiry questions, opens these teachings up and brings them into your practice and experience. Available now from Amazon. Link in the video description. These videos bring Ramana's teachings into your direct experience. Click subscribe to see more. Click thumbs up to like, and send questions and start a dialogue with a comment